It's time for another Fox Sports Detroit Fantasy Selfie. I'm Dennis Farrell. First on my list of hot pickups this week is Wilson Ramos. He's owned in 48% of leagues, and he was one of those fantasy darlings that had sleeper potential for catchers. He was dropped in many leagues when he got injured, and I had him projected to start the season with 15 home runs, 50 RBIs, and a 270 batting average. If he's available in your league, you should go pick him up immediately. Juan Francisco. I'm a big fan of his. He plays for the Blue Jays, first and third base eligibility, with 7% ownership right now. That means you should probably go out and get him. He's on an 8-game hit streak, and right now he's raised his average from 242 to 311, and within those 8 games he has 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 10 runs scored. So go pick him up if you need a first or a third base or a utility player. Next is Cameron Maybin. I've mentioned him in a few videos before, but I'm really starting to get hot on this kid. He's owned in 1% of leagues, plays outfield for San Diego. He has 7 hits in each of his last 10 games. And right now, he's got 1 stolen base and 4 RBIs. He's slowly getting back to form, so if you can pick him up, you probably should. A couple arms you should pick up is Hector Rondon from the Cubs. Right now, he's the active closer, owned in 37% of leagues. The saves will be few and far between for him, but you might still get a save here and there every 2 weeks out of him. Right now, he has 3 saves on the season since becoming the Cubs closer. Ubando Jimenez, right now, a huge fan of his for the Baltimore Orioles pitcher. He's owned in 17% of leagues. Listen, he has horrible season stats right now, but the last 2 games he's pulled it all together, having 12 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 13 Ks. On the season, he has a very sad 4.73 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP, but if you need a situational pitcher, he's the man. And Bronson Arroyo, huge fan of his also. He's 1% owned. In the last 20 innings pitched, he's only given up 2 earned runs and 12 Ks. He's a great spot starter, matchup play at best, and don't be afraid to drop any of these players if they hit a cold streak. You can follow me on Twitter at Dennis77Farrell, and as always, Hail Hydra.